Hey all, how are you all today? I'm not doing much better. I figured, I wasn't doing anything right now. I'm only waiting for phone calls. Why not do this? I'm not going to draw. I'm just going to sit and chat and talk and whatever. Um, so I got some things done. Got my mom's meds back to her doctor pharmacy, which were in the same place. Um, got her wallet back from HSR in the middle of getting things done for getting it paid for. What else can I say? Didn't sleep last night at all. So now I am just sitting here alone. My friend Dave could come over and he might, I don't know, but some ways good but bad, I don't know. Let me share this out that I'm live. I wonder whether anybody will come. Twitter. We're all Twittered. Copy that. We'll put it in our Discord in the main section. And you know what? We will even get on air for anybody that wants to come and hang out. On the panel. So I'm here. I don't know what to say, what to do. I just thought maybe do this. It might be some people come by that I talk with or whatever. What shall we do with the drunken Rick? What shall we do with the drunken Rick so early in the morning? Nothing, because we don't have a drunken Rick. Rick doesn't get drunk. Well, at least this Rick. I'm sure that there's other Ricks that do. Uh, oh, man. Hey, Shadowhawk. Thank you. I'm just sitting here chilling. I saw that I still had this set up. I figured I'd do it. I'm not drawing today, but I got nothing much else to do. Well, I could get things a little more tidied up, but that's after I get things a little bit more where I know things are going. Um, like the funeral and stuff like that. I should later go out get some garbage bags to put my mom's clothes in to give them away. Um, so how are you doing? Not too bad. I'm in the on air. If you want to pop on, you don't have to, John. I've got a bunch of stuff done that I needed to do. Now it's just waiting for phone calls. Right now I'm waiting for the phone call from the funeral home to set things up, go in, sign papers, bring clothes. But I had this already set up, so not much else to do. So I figured I'd be here. You know, I was gonna go in and put no show today, but just like last night, just figured I'd come in and talk and converse more aimlessly than I normally do. Just try to chatter on for a couple hours. Let some people come by that might not know. Let them know what's gone on. I know there's like what's his name? Goodnight Spoon doesn't know yet, as far as I know. Should have emailed him. Uh, my phone is working overtime today. I don't think I've used the phone this much myself in all the time that I've had it. Got your message from your wife too, John. I said thanks to her, but you can say thanks to her for me too. And depending on if I can get the funeral done by next Friday, I might actually still come down. Because I think it'll be good to come down after the whole ordeal. A nice trip across the country to unwind. The only sad part is I won't be able to call my mom like I was planning on the road it. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Have you heard Jeff? Yeah, I think I saw your condolences on Twitter or Facebook. Whatever you think is best. Yeah. Thanks again, Jeff. There's a lot of outpouring. I know on Facebook I've had over 50 messages from people I know. I think it's way over that on Twitter. I don't think I could begin to get. Well, I probably could begin to count, but.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I need to put my headphones on. There we go. Okay. And I seem to always be getting more condolences, praying. And I'm hitting the like button on all of them and putting in thanks.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you
Yeah.
hear?
Sorry about that. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sorry about that.
No problem. No problem. So I didn't sleep last night, although I didn't. As you can tell, I didn't start a stream. I ended up going on Lorenzo's for a bit. Rising ended up coming on. I like.
Yeah, whatever you think is best. If you feel like, coming still is a good idea, then whatever you think is best.
Yeah.
Say, I just figured you would probably want to get yourself situated over there. It's a big deal kind of thing.
Yeah, well, right now I'm getting everything set for the funeral. If I have, say next Friday, the 8th or whatever it is, uh, the 6th.
Hmm.
If I have it done by the 6th, um, I'm not supposed to leave till the 11th, to come down, you know. Then I've got, 5 ready. I already was getting it ready. Um, but, you know, I think after the funeral thing itself, getting away for a bit could be a good thing. Yeah, I have to come back to, my life and figuring that all out.
Than I am.
You know
Like
what?
I'm not much of a doer. I'm more of a steady worker.
Yeah,
Like I don't get. I'm not a mover and shaker. I don't have a lot of things set up. I need time to get stuff done.
yeah.
You know.
Well, the thing is, once I get back, I'm gonna have a lot of time. Well, I'd have Comic Con that weekend, but and then if I still do the one,
Because that's what I would be worried about. Like if I have something to do, like if I have one task to do, I want to give myself as much time as possible to do it.
yeah,
You know,
like last night,
that's me.
yeah, I get you. Last night, uh, oh, hold on.
Yeah, Rick's just giving a detailed account to somebody who called him. Just give him a minute. Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm back. I think you heard most of the phone call, or did you? Did you not?
Yeah.
Or at least my
Yeah,
end.
I did.
I'm not doing too bad, Aqua. Uh, so that was just the aunt of the friend that left me some money. I was met her a few times, talked to her on the phone before, uh, because of my friend and all that. So I called
Hmm.
her a little earlier and left a message for her to call me back so I could tell her. And that was that conversation. She heard. Although I muted myself from the regular folks because I wasn't sure whether she would want it on the air. Not that there was much to
Yeah.
it, as you heard.
Right.
So how are the
So what did my
pages?
wife say?
What did your wife say? Here, let me get
I
that.
came in. I just crashed out when I came in. Put my
Uh,
phone on max volume and then just crashed out.
yeah, she said, Rick, I'm so sorry for your loss. John and I are with you in these moments. I don't have any words of comfort, only my condolences and heartfelt prayers. And then I just put back, thank you.
What a terrible message on the phone.
Terrible method.
Yeah, I figured it'd be longer. She talks so much, you know.
Well, it wasn't the phone. It was just, like she had to type, right? Typing's different than talking.
She types so much too.
So how are the pages coming? That you are you on a different page, new page since last night?
No, same page.
Oh,
I didn't get it finished, so I gotta finish it up today.
cool, cool.
Yeah, she was telling me. Oh, she was all. I was a little bit befuddled, but then it made a little more sense. She was she was a little bit emotional, and she was like, she kept saying, because I guess it was more like, uh,
Shock.
yeah, well, I guess it was more geared towards like, I guess empathy for you, because she kept saying, why did Linda leave Rick? And I was like, what? I was like, that's not the. I don't think that's the appropriate response.
Yeah, she didn't exactly. Well, she left, but not of her own accord. I would say. Like I don't think she was really in control of her dying. Although, what I had asked her whether should I call an ambulance, and she said no. So maybe in that respect, at best, that was one she
No,
left.
not even in that respect. No, because that stuff is serious. It's serious business. Like when somebody tells you they don't want to go to the hospital, they don't want to call an ambulance, and you do anyway. Then the ambulance shows up, and then they refuse services, and then they fight with you. Relationships have ended over stuff like that.
Oh, I would easily take
I know my aunt. Yeah, my aunt actually ended up leaving my uncle because he called the ambulance when she told him not to call the ambulance, and it was like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like that kind of. It's real tricky stuff. You have to be really careful with that stuff.
Yeah, well,
Taking away somebody's autonomy.
there could be several reasons why she would say no, but I would gladly take her mad at me and her being alive. I don't think she would have kicked me out of the house or anything for it, but her being alive would, uh, like I said, I half kicked myself for not. Actually, when I noticed her collapsed on the ground calling right away.
Mhm.
Dude, don't blame yourself. These types of things happen all the time. That is true for sure, Jeff. And it's, I think, somewhat natural to think of what could I have done different. You just can't let it get too far away from you where it destroys your life. And I'm pretty sure I won't let it get that far. I think I'll smack myself upside the head. You know, before it comes to that. Metaphorically, of course, not literally. But maybe literally if I had to. I don't know.
Sometimes you have to literally.
Yeah.
No, I had this situation at one point. Not to be not to make it about me or anything, but like I had this situation where, again, with my dad, right, where he was like, there are sometimes some things injuries that I may have caused throughout the course of my caretaking of him, things I ignored. Like he had these open abscesses, right? These wounds that I had to pack. You know, when you get like a small cut, and he was like a severe diabetic, so it was like they never healed. So you would have to, I would have to take him to appointments to get these wounds deburred and cleaned out, keep them raw on the outside so that they could heal from the inside out. You know.
Uh,
And I remember at one point I was helping him out, and out of the shower, and I noticed as he was drying off that he had an abscess that looked like it was probably like 4 or 5 days old, and I had never even seen it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then that one became really big, and it was like a 7 month thing to get that wound finally closed up and healed up.
Uh,
And it caused a lot of problems. And I was like, and if it's something that if you would have caught it day one or day two, could have been,
an easier fix.
a lot less. Yeah, a lot less of a problem.
Yeah.
And sometimes it is, that is my fault. I would say, maybe if I was paying more attention, maybe if I wasn't listening to him saying, I'm fine, I feel fine, I didn't take him at his word. I even I made the mistake one time of being like, I got an opportunity to go work because, I used to do like construction stuff. I used to do rehab for housing. I had an opportunity to do a job for 5 days. Oh, it's a one week worth of work, but it's $250 a day. So hell yeah, I'm gonna go do it. And I was telling him, how do you feel every day, basically? And he was giving me the green light. Go ahead. No, I feel good. Nothing's changed. Blah blah blah. And then I come back and come to find out that he had lost sensation in one of his toes, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And he was just doing that because he didn't want me to put my life more on hold. And it's all just a lot of drama and shit, And then it's like you do what you can, but it's not. Sometimes I just say, you know what, it is my fault, and you know what, that's just the kind of life that my dad wanted for me. You know, he wanted me to go out there and do my thing, get my stuff together, not fall too far behind, keep on doing whatever. And I can't blame him, but I can blame myself. And I'm okay blaming myself. And you know what? It's okay that I blame myself. And that's something bad that I did, and I don't regret it. And fuck what everybody else thinks. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's all different, it's all weird, and it's all individual.
Yeah.
You don't,
sure.
you know, you can blame yourself or not blame yourself, or blame yourself and just be okay with it. You know, the only thing you can't do is like let it, you know, cripple you in your further actions.
Exactly. Unfortunately, a lot of people do, but
Yeah.
I'm going to try and not let it cripple me.
Hey, Sketchbook, how you doing?
Hey, Sketchbook. Says Shalom Rick. Hello, John.
You ever, Rick? Have you ever seen a spider called like what is it called? A golden orb weaver?
I don't think so.
There are these spiders. They're very large. Probably like their butt area, abdomen area, probably ends up being the size of like an American nickel.
Oh, wow.
Big spider, and they just like kind of overnight or very quickly. They're very fast workers. They'll build a huge wall of web, and right in the middle of your walkway.
Yeah.
Like they don't care. And so I walked into one yesterday, and it was gross because it was just all over my face because the web they make is very large, like basically a wall, and it went all over my face, and I was like, oh, I was spitting and rubbing my face and trying to get up, and then right in the middle of that, I saw like crawling on my stomach up at my face, the spider like crawling up. I was like, oh, I just started slapping my chest and my belly, you know, like just. I did smash it, but it's such a big spider that when you smash it, it's substantial. You can feel it in your hand, you know. And it was so gross. So I decided today I went to the store in the morning and I went and bought just a bunch of just, you know, pesticides to just spray the whole house down everywhere because it's just we have had such a heavy rain here recently.
Yeah.
Like it's been very, very wet in Southern California. We even had a hurricane. Not to mention, you know, it's been the wettest season on record ever. There's just so much wildlife. I found a frog in my shed a little, yesterday morning.
Sounds riveting.
No, not riveting. It's terrifying. It's like I'm living in like Missouri.
And that's not riveting?
Go ahead.
I said that's not riveting? Living in Missouri?
Mm-mm.
Jeff says, my mom died from a massive stroke not long after I was married. It came out of nowhere. My dad left my dad in pieces and left me with a big hole in my life. I get what you're going through. Thanks, Jeff. My kid came across a Black Widow the other day. Unfortunately, it didn't look like Scarlett Johansson. And my sketchbook says, damn, sorry to hear that, Jeff. The desert is getting humidity, John, from the hurricane. Says my sketchbook.
No, it's not. It's not from the. It's not from the hurricane. There was, you know, there was a good solid 1 day of rain from the hurricane, but the thing is, we've had a really, really rainy season in California. Like there was so much rain. It rained more than it's ever rained in my entire life, more than it's ever rained in California in the history of California ever that we know of recorded history. It was just a lot of rain, a lot of moisture.
Yeah.
And wildlife is acting accordingly. They're blossoming. I had to go and buy myself some you know those spray bottles that spray for hornets nests, because we have 6 or 7 hornets nests around the property that I had to go, because I got little kids. I can't be having hornets nests when I got little kids running around the backyard, you know. Like me personally, I would just go and knock the hornet's nest down with a broom, kick it into the river. But I can't take that chance with all these kids around here. Had to kill them all, so I had to go and buy some pesticides.
Yeah.
Now I got a sore throat because I've been spraying and not wearing a mask, so
Jeff says.
I got all kinds of poisons in my throat.
Well, just don't go keeling over on your wife.
I'm fine.
Jeff says to my sketchbook, thanks. I was broken up. I was broken up that if Scarlett Johansson did, or was it Scarlett Joe?
No, because he's saying, "Damn, Jeff, sorry to hear that." When after Jeff said that, unfortunately, the Black Widow his kid found wasn't Scarlett Johansson. So he's saying, "Yeah, I was broken up that it wasn't Scarlett Johansson." Scarlett Johansson is gorgeous. I've had more than one dream where I was Scarlett Johansson's husband.
Sketchbook laughs at Jeff, then says, "Y'all were due. I had a 7-year drought."
No, you're saying y'all were due had a 7. Yeah, we've had a drought here for a long time, so we were due for a big, heavy rainfall. We were way overdue.
Yeah.
You know, when you drive around in a truck, you get like a higher view than most cars, because you have to climb up into a truck to drive around. And as you drive around California, you could see all the lakes, Lake Paris, Lake Mead, all these places you're driving past, Castaic Lake, Diamond Valley Lake, and they're all just dropping. You could see where the water used to be, and you could see the water line just going lower and lower and lower year after year. Whenever the rains come, it's never enough to fill them back up.
Jeff says, "Rick, you think you might want to take a nap there, buddy?" Yeah, I keep half falling asleep. Well, I didn't sleep last night, so that could be why. Dylan's not seeing me, so. There, now Dylan's seeing me.
Oh, look at that! There's Rick.
Hey, ayo, ayo, ayo. Daylight come and we want to go home. Sketchbook says, "I saw this trick on YouTube. You get a small cup of gasoline and cover the hornet's nest up in the middle of the cup. The fumes will kill the hornets." Hey, Massive. Massive says, "Yo, Rick, just got here. I saw the video you posted yesterday. Sorry to hear about your mom. It's good to see you." Thanks, Massive. Yeah, I also posted on Twitter and Facebook about it too. But yeah, did the short vid and did a stream last night at like what, midnight till like 3 in the morning.
About that.
Left, tried to get some sleep, couldn't. Then I ended up on Lorenzo's for about an hour. Left that, tried to get some more sleep again, and that didn't work. And
I don't get it. You take a small cup of gasoline and cover the hornet's nest. Does this only work with in-ground hornets?
I don't know.
don't know. No, because I have hornets. I have. Okay, I misspoke. I don't have hornets. I have what do you call them? Uh, Yellow jackets. Hello. Oh, Rick's taking a phone call. Wasps. Hey, Mesa Panda, how you doing?
Yeah, I went on
Oh,
mute.
I thought you were talking to me.
I was, but my phone rang, and normally I don't pick up numbers I don't know, and I shouldn't have picked this one up because it started with 44, but um, like for an exchange or whatever, or, you know, country code. Uh,
Yeah.
But right now, I should know better for something like that. But right now, I don't know what calls might be about for my mom. So, no, you hold the cup over the nest that hangs down. He says. Jeff says I've been using a powered insecticide. It takes 2 weeks to work. That and yellow jacket traps.
Hmm.
Uh, Massive says,
No, it's just been weird. It's been weird dealing with all these because normally we don't have to deal with all these insects because we don't have enough moisture for them to really proliferate. You know what I mean?
uh,
Like we deal with other stuff. Like we don't, we deal with like snakes, coyotes, dry weather animals.
yeah.
You don't normally have to deal with frogs and crickets and yellow jackets and hornets and wasps and craziness. And then, my God, the mosquitoes, Rick. The mosquitoes have been wild. They've been the worst I've ever seen them. My kids are getting eaten alive by these mosquitoes.
Yeah, so
Every morning, I douse them with the Skin So Soft. Like that Avon Skin So Soft lotion. I put them all over their legs and all over there. Because every morning when they wake up, I take them a shower before one of them goes to school, and I just lather her up. And then after I put her Skin So Soft, I give her a little dousing of the kid-friendly off, spray her down, and then send her to school. And even after that, she still comes home with one more bite every day at least.
oh wow. So yeah, you're not liking the insect behavior.
I hate you so much, Rick. But the thing is that the older kid, Emma, she doesn't. It doesn't bother her too much. The mosquitoes bite her, and because she's not like covered in mosquito bites. She's just like every now and then a couple of new ones. She's not really having a rough time. But the younger one, Ella, she reacts badly to every time she gets a mosquito bite. The whole area swells up real bad.
Ooh.
It's actually we took her to the doctor because it was so bad. Like her foot had 2 bites on it. She got 2 bites on her right foot, and her foot swelled up so bad that her sandals wouldn't even fit her.
Ouch! Wow.
So we took her to the urgent. Yeah, we took her to the urgent care, and they were like, "Yeah, she's probably just really sensitive." They call it like Skeeter syndrome, where some kids just get really sensitive to bites, so
Yeah.
it just gets swelled up. There's nothing wrong. It's not because we were worried that it might be like, I don't know, a brown recluse or a black widow bite because it looked so big and so nasty, and it was weeping. It was like, oh, it just looked like, God, someone do something with your kid. You're not taking care of your kid. That's what it looked like.
Oh,
I was like, I had to do something.
I've seen coyotes scurrying across the street in Georgia. Luckily, I've never had any encounters up close and personal. Yeah, I've had mosquito bites. Usually, they're annoying and itchy. That's about it. Here, anyways, but
Yeah, so we've had all this water, and normally it's been raining so much because normally the water will come. You know, the landscape doesn't support it, so it'll just cause a flash flood. The water will go somewhere and then disappear forever, dry up into the atmosphere. But we've had so much rain so often that it's been creating puddles that don't go away, which leads to stagnant pools of water, which leads to massive infestation of mosquitoes.
yeah,
I've been going around the property and just because I would go to like Stater Brothers and just buy a bunch of 1 gallon jugs of bleach and just pour bleach in all the puddles. But and that works. You're not supposed to do that. It's technically illegal, but
and you're saying this on
but
air.
yeah, I don't care. What are they gonna do?
They gotta
Kids are
find
dying
you.
over here from mosquito bites.
They gotta find you first, right?
Yep.
So we
So
won't say where
I've
John
been
is
pouring
from on air.
bleach.
No saying it in chat. We don't want John to get in trouble. But I gotta go
I'll be
down
fine.
to the riverside, the riverside, the riverside.
You're no help at all. But the thing is, I can't control because the mosquitoes travel all over the place. It's just and I can't go to my neighbor's yard and start pouring bleach in their stuff.
Yeah. Jeff says we got coyotes up here too.
Yeah, just because we have that riverbed that runs right through our backyard, we get coyotes in the backyard taking the chickens, and sometimes I'll go to the backyard and I'll see a coyote in the just like looking at me, and then it runs away. I'm like, oh, you rat bastards. We do have wild hogs that occasionally come up from the main river estuary area into our little tributary area. That's dangerous. Wild hogs are dangerous.
Why are they pigging out on stuff?
No, they murder. That's what they do.
Yeah.
So every now and then I gotta take that rifle behind me and go out there and handle some coyotes.
Yeah. Jeff says they're really beginning to cause a problem.
I bet.
Massive says bleach on the ground. Newsom ain't having that.
And it was good because right before the rain came, we were actually we were putting in this we put an ad out to anybody that had fill dirt because we were trying to get some more dirt in the backyard. And what ended up happening is we had this big I guess you would call it like a wall of. We would have people come in from construction sites that had dirt, and they would just dump it in the backyard
Yeah.
because the backyard's pretty big. And we kind of dumped it in like this crescent moon shape because we were going to take it there and use our little tractor to kind of move it around the yard.
Yeah.
But we had all this fill dirt in like a half crescent moon shape, and because of the angle of the yard, when all the rain came, it created a tiny pond in the backyard.
Let's see. Jeff says, Rick, maybe you should sign off early and get some sleep. I'm gonna try and go to 1 here, which is another 12 minutes or so. Sketchbook says Rick looks like he's gonna pass out, and Nako's like, "For real, man, you look tired." Well, seeing as how I haven't slept in over 24 hours, I am. A little bit. I tried, I laid down for, I don't know, half an hour, maybe an hour, a couple times. I got a call coming in. Gotta go silent. Okay, no problem, Jeff. Uh,
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? If you could get some sleep, you would get some sleep. That's the hard part right now.
yeah. Well, the crazy thing is, if I'm on something like this, I end up start doing that doze off thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go to bed, or at least last night, I'd lay there for half an hour. I'd lay there for an hour, 2 hours, and just lay there not sleeping.
But sleep won't come. That's what happens.
So
Like I'll be super tired, then I'll go inside to go to sleep, and start looking on my phone, and then be up for 5 hours because sleep don't come unless you know when you want it to come.
but I'm thinking if I did get off here and lay down, I would fall asleep. But in some ways, I'm not sure whether I want to because government offices are open till like 4:30 and all that, and the funeral home, who knows how long he's open till, and I'm really waiting for those that phone call, so I don't want to miss it because I'm sleeping.
Yeah. You tried calling them just like proactively, like, hey, you know what? I'm getting really busy over here. I need to find this information out. I'm wondering if you had anything because I'm not going to be able. Just make up some excuse about why you need the information now because you're not going to be available later. Maybe they might go and it sometimes works where it might kind of kick them into gear, like, you know what? Let me go and check for you, and then they might give you an actual answer.
Well, I got in touch with the the city thing that will pay for of the funeral. And
Yeah.
I sent them off the documents that they needed, which was ID, and then they gotta get in touch with the funeral thing, funeral whatchamacallit, and then I'm just waiting for the funeral parlor or whatever you want to call it, place to
The funeral home.
funeral home. Yeah. See, my mind's going to mush. I'm waiting for them to call me to, so I can make the appointment to go in and do the signing of papers, give some clothes to put on my mom because she left here naked.
Rick, stop saying your mom was naked. Golly.
Massive says the next major natural disaster that hits Cali will be blamed on Dillard bleaching a mosquito nest. You'll see his mugshot on the 5 o'clock news with a big menthol cigarette dangling from his mouth. Oh yeah, people were suggesting I bring you a pack of menthol. Would you like that, Dillard?
Nah. I'm already used to my new cigarettes, so smoking. I've actually got one the other day. My brother came over. He had got a pack of menthols from his wife who had came back from visiting her dad in Vegas. Um, he had a couple of packs or a carton or two, and he was like, "Hey, you want one of these?" And I tried a couple of them, and they were decent, but they just got me upset because I couldn't have them on a regular basis. So I was like, "Yeah, never mind. I don't want no more. Just leave me alone." Do you really want to taste of something you can't continue to have? I don't think so.
Yeah, why tease yourself? Just you could just have it like consider it like a treat, something that you can't have all the time.
Well, it's not even that, right? Because if you start, like, if I have a whole pack of menthols, then, you know, it's good, but I don't know about most people, but when I change, uh, when I smoke something that I don't normally smoke, I end up getting a sore throat.
Ah,
Now, are menthol so good that it might be worth the sore throat? That's actually a good question because I think maybe yeah. But you know, I don't know. It's not if you do that would be nice, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I would feel about it.
yeah, we were talking about all this stuff Tuesday night when I was talking about my whole trip down there, and then
Yeah, it's another thing. Like, don't like realistically, like when you say, "Oh, I might still come down there," I'm like, I get worried because it's like that's kind of like uprooting your life when you got a lot of stuff going on right now. So,
yeah, well,
really give that some thought. Really give it some thought. You know.
yeah, well, like I said, I'm gonna see what happens with the thing. Like to me, it's not really uprooting. Like I'm only coming down there for a week. It's like, or well, between there and back, it's a week and a half. So over this week, I can start doing stuff. Like early this morning, I cleared up my mom's closet. So
Hmm.
the next couple days, I gotta go get some change, and I'm gonna throw everything in the dryer, and then find somewhere I can take them to, give them away. I've picked out a couple pieces that I might want to keep, just to remind me of her. Heck, it's even stuff that I might be
Hmm.
able to wear, myself. It's not girly stuff, so
Yeah, like a nice big hoodie or something. Your mom wears sweaters,
yeah. So stuff like that.
sweaters and socks. Occasionally, I have this really ugly cardigan, 3 button, sweater that my dad would always wear. I occasionally I'll wear that. A big pullover hoodie, one of those camouflage Browning hoodies that you get from like a sporting goods store. He had a
Yeah,
huge one. It was like a 5X. Sometimes I'll wear that one.
yeah. You know, yeah. It's stuff like that, and then I gotta pack up a bunch of boxes. That's gonna be fairly easy. I gotta pack up my movies and TV series. That's gonna be easy. Uh, you know, the room that I'm probably gonna work on the most is my mom's room. Like get everything out of there. If I can, the only
Yep.
thing I want to keep from in there is like her dresser because she's had it for like 50 years. She had it when she was like married to my dad. And then there's another cabinet that I would like to keep if possible. But like, and then I got like 3 TVs. I got the one in the main room, like the big TV, and then I got my
Hmm.
mom's TV and the TV on her computer. I might end up resetting this whole thing up too, with that. With for the few months, or so I can have the chat on a different screen and all that, so I don't end up mushing whatever I'm drawing. I can set things up however I want at the moment, although it'll only be for a little while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you gotta, make plans, to do things like, taking a week off or a week and a half off to go on a trip might not be the best, decision.
Well, um, I'm gonna have. Well, I have like about 2 months, but I'm probably gonna have three. Um, I just put it in the rent. My mom got that on Tuesday. As long as I don't have to touch the money in my bank account for um the funeral, um,
Hmm.
which I if I had to, I'd do it in an instant. But I have enough, more than enough to pay for 8 months the rent. I could probably pay for 2 or 3 months worth of rent. But I'll pay for an extra one and just give my 2 months notice at the end of this month.
Hmm. Yeah, just think about it. Think if that's what you want to do, because
Yeah,
you mean getting your next stage of life, your next living situation sorted out, beforehand might be the best course of action. But if you do, or,
yeah,
it looks like it'll be figured out, then, I would love nothing more to have you come down. I've been anticipating it, all year,
yeah.
2 years,
I've been anticipating it too. That's like with dealing with Hamilton Comic Con. That's on the 23rd, 24th. So I'd have another week of that this month. To do things. And then 2 more months. This
Yeah.
place is gonna be easy to pack. You know,
Moving costs, it's
yeah.
expensive.
You know, the main thing is figuring out where I'm gonna live beyond here. And then
Hmm.
or figuring out getting a job or whatever. I might have to put a bunch of my stuff in
Yeah.
storage for a couple months.
Yep.
Uh, you know, I don't know. Heck, the one thing for sure is this is putting off my plans for Canadian Shield 3 and all that stuff.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
But like if when I get back, if I put my pedal to the metal, do a little bit of cleanup around here, pack up. I could still do work on my comics too. I might not be able to do the crowdfunding in December like I was planning, but so but like I if I get the thing by Friday, I think probably will end up coming down just because I'm gonna need to do something fun. And
Yeah.
hold on. For that. Although you could have talked, John. Talk these people's ears off.
I'm not good at talking.
You know, not at all. But for those that are listening, that was my friend Sue Edwards called me. She's been getting a good friend for over 20 years now. We've went to a couple different churches, and she's given me rides to lots of things. You know, so she was calling to express her concerns and letting you know any way that if she can help to let her know, or yeah, let her know.
And did you let her know?
Well, there's no way at the moment, nothing that anybody I think can do at the moment, you know, like. But I will, of course, if I need to.
Gotta let him know, Rick. Gotta let
Yeah,
him know.
for sure. They can't help if they don't know, right?
Yep.
They cannot read your mind.
Make your request be known. You need something, let somebody know.
Yeah. It's like the Bible says, you have not because you ask not.
Yep.
Jeff says massive panda. I could actually see that happening. So I'm not sure what, as I was sort of talking about last night, or early this morning, technically. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to live stream anything, but I
Did
think
you just actually yourself?
yeah, I do that. You know, I'll actually myself.
No.
I'm crazy that way. But I will at least set my phone up to record the service, so I can share with all you
Yeah,
guys.
we did that at one point. We had a funeral for my wife's brother, and one of the teenagers, we gave him that job. One of the teenagers that normally isn't teenagers, they never want to be anywhere in particular.
Yeah,
So we just gave her the job. We gave her an iPad and set up a live stream because there was a lot of people from Mexico that couldn't show up,
yeah,
and just did a live stream like that. It was kind of nice.
yeah, yeah. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do that or not, but I will at least record uh, the funeral service, and then I will probably put it up on my thing. Is that morbid? Is that a little too morbid?
No, it's not morbid. The thing is, like, somebody might say, "Yeah, it's too morbid." Somebody might say, "No, that's appropriate." But it's all personal stuff, right? So it's whatever you feel.
Yeah, because like you guys are part of my life. You were part of her life a little bit because you were part of my life. You know, she enjoyed coming in and saying hi to you. You know, if she knew you were in here, she was like, "Say hi to John for me," or "Hi to this person." You know, and I
Yep.
think you enjoyed conversing with her. I think a lot of the people did in the chat conversing with her a little bit, what they could.
Oh yeah, much more than I do conversing with you.
So, and I know most of you can't attend the funeral, so doing something like that helps you, you know, I think, feel a part of
Yeah.
it.
My wife was even asking me, like, "Are you gonna go to the funeral?" I was like, "I don't have a passport."
So, but that would be whack. Well, not whack, but that would be something for you to show up here for the funeral. But like you said, you don't have a passport to be like, wow, wowzers, Bowser.
I mean, I would like to. It's just
Yeah, I get you.
circumstances.
So you know what that means, right? You should get your passport. So something like this happens again, you can. Well, maybe not for me, but somebody else that you really like in Canada or somewhere else.
Yeah, like George Gatzis.
Jeff says my passport expired last year.
Yeah, my passport expired in 2012. I haven't been outside of the country since
Before
long
COVID.
time. And they used to not need, yeah, before COVID, you used to not need a passport to go to Canada. And
Oh
'cause when I
yeah.
went last time when I went to Canada on my honeymoon, we didn't need a passport. You just needed your ID. I
Yeah.
used to go to Mexico all the time, and you didn't need a passport. You just needed your ID.
But yeah, that's you got 9/11 to thank for that. That's when they brought in
Yeah.
the passport.
Thanks a lot, Bin Laden.
Yeah, I was over to down to the states a few times before, the whole passport deal, and then it was 10, 15 years before I got my passport. I went on a mission trip, so I had to get my passport. So that was to Guatemala. So got my passport. Now I've been down to. Well, I haven't been much into.
Yeah, it's $600 for a flight to Hamilton, Ontario from LAX.
Is that both ways or just one way?
I don't know. I think it might have been. Let me check again.
The outpouring, I must say, is tremendous on Twitter from people. I've got people starting to follow me and all that. Not that I wanted that, but it's like it's amazing a lot how many people have just our condolences, my condolences, words of encouragement on Twitter from lots of people. Heck, even Malin uh, did it. Sent me something. And he just said sorry for your loss. John Delarose, I'm not sure how good that is. He's like, sorry, brother.
Yeah, it looks like yeah, it's about it's about $500 for a round trip. Ugh. They jump from like there's like two that are 500, and all the rest are like 7 to 900.
Oh wow.
It's halfway across the world. And my wife feels real bad. She's like, "Why don't we get Rick to come and stay over here for a couple of months?" I was like, "Yeah, but after a couple of months, what is he going to go back to? Everything's going to be disarray and shambles."
Yeah. Although appreciate the thought. You can let her know that. Or the sentiment, however you want to word it.
No, she means it.
Oh, I know.
Not a sentiment. She means it. I'm just saying it's. I don't know. Like practically, I don't know how that would work out. Like,
Yeah, me either.
because that's definitely uprooting yourself for way too long, and then trying to go back and piece things together afterwards would be difficult.
Yeah. Hey, JR. JR says, hey, Rick, good to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I thought, I didn't have much happening at this time, so at noon, so I figured I'd do my high noon still. Although, no drawing. Just talking. I don't really feel up to drawing yet. Oh, JR, did you get, I sent you, I think yesterday, maybe Wednesday, I sent you the digital drawing of that face. What'd you think? Not a lot of detail, obviously, but yeah, like I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing after where I'm going from here. Oh wow, I will get it now. I'm terrible about keeping up with email, even texting messages, but I will find it now. Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. Uh, 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 yeah, packing this place up. If I had to rush, I could do it in a week or less. But I don't really want to rush it that much.
I'll be honest. I thought the exact same thing with my old house. I was like, you know what? I can get this whole entire house packed up probably like a week to move when we sold our house, and then it ended up taking me like almost two. Like, and I was like really rushing too. I was like, man, I thought this was gonna be easy.
Well, my biggest problem would be boxes.
Well, like finding boxes.
Yeah. Although I could go buy some boxes easy enough. I just don't usually like paying for boxes.
Yeah, it used to be you can go like to the back of like a grocery store or something and find boxes, lots of boxes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It
Now
just
they
seems
like
like
to
it's
cut
not
them
that
up
way
so you
anymore.
can't do that. Well, heck,
Yeah.
there's a store around.
Well, they get in trouble. They get in trouble if they throw them out, so they have to like bale them. And here in California, they have to use like a baler or some baling twine, and you know, get all the boxes ready to get picked up by a recycling place.
Uh, well, here there's a. Oh, I love the drawing. One small thing: the photograph I provided is smiling like a bit of a maniac, but he never appeared like that in real life. Oh, that's no problem. You could sketch him still smiling, but with a little smaller smile. Yeah. Well, that of course is just that would look great. That of course is just first pass, first draft, however you want to say it. You know, like I did that probably in about 10, maybe 15 minutes. I think. Jr. But it's getting it so I can duplicate that look over and over, over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oh yeah, I love the Prussian shield uniform with the dueling sword. Very appropriate. Well, I'm not sure whether it's a dueling sword. I guess maybe it is, but to me, it's just a sword. It just seemed right. Next up, I might do a drawing of the Prussian shield with his helmet off, holding it like to his side, like this. You know, like the helmet would be in there, and then holding the sword. You know, like having a hand like on top of the sword with it down into the ground a little. I'm not sure whether I can pull it off or not, but so you'd actually see the face.
What is it you're talking about here?
Um, Jr. Um, was one inspired me to create a character called the Prussian Shield. Basically, Prussia is a country that was around World War I till a little bit after, and it was a little. I'm not sure how long before. Um, inspired me to create the Prussian Shield. So it's basically a character that I'm gonna have that operates during World War I. But he was seeing whether he could get me to put his father or grandfather's face on him. So he sent me some photos and like, and he's even willing to pay me for this too. I said, well, before you pay me, let me make sure I can get the drawing of the face to your satisfaction. And it's appearing that I've come very close to that. You still here, John? I see him. Oh, he's muted. He must be on the phone or something.
No, I'm rustling papers. I was making noise. I just muted myself.
Oh, okay. He's like, that would be awesome. So did
I was listening. I was listening to I was listening to the explanation of the Prussian shield and what that was. Yes.
Oh, okay. So what do you think of the Prussian shield?
What would he look like? Like a Kaiser Wilhelm kind of character? Like that?
Here, I'm not going to show you the face at this time, but I can show you the basic look. It's not done great, mind you. Where is Clip Studio there? And you can see, right? Yeah. There you go. There's the basic look with the mask on. About 600 years before, mainly, where northern Poland and Lithuania are, the kings of Prussia became the kings of Prussia and the emperors of Germany in 1866. Says JR. So, because I am wanting to create a World War One sort of squad. I've got one guy I call the Brit. So Prussian shield would be neat. You know, and figuring out a couple others. Jeff says, I'm running out to get some lunch later. Take care, Rick. Okay. Take care, you too, Jeff, and thanks. Let's see. JR says, then in World War One and Two, the provinces of Prussia were ethnically cleansed of Germans and given to Poland and Lithuania, with a slice of Kaliningrad to Russia. Okay, he said that 3 times.
Who, me?
No, JR said the same thing 3 times.
Oh.
Talk about copy and paste. Copy and paste, 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 paste. Can we paste in your face? So, what do you think of the basic look of the Prussian shield?
I don't know what the Prussian uniform looks like. I like it. I like it a lot, actually.
I've got some Prussian.
I seen this movie a while back because somebody was like, "Oh no, that's not what a real sword fight is," and I was like, so I typed in to Google most realistic sword fight in a movie,
Yeah.
and it sent me to this movie with some. What's the name of that movie? You know, let me type it in again. And then I did some research. It was really, really good, and it had this kind of same feel as what you're showing me right here.
So, maybe obviously, I took a fencing mask for the face mask. You know, I didn't do it super detailed. I didn't create this flap here. Maybe I should create the flap there, the neck thing on him. And then...
Yeah, the movie is called The Duelists. It says the lead characters are played by Harvey Keitel and Keith Carradine, respectively. The film showcases remarkable realism when portraying sword duels. Their second duel is the quickest and most effective, with Freud taking the lead and beating the Hubert in a single blow. It's really good.
So here's a Prussian officer or whatever. Or it says Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany. So I sort of took his little chest thing there and his collar.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's this guy. This is the first. Kaiser Wilhelm the First. I sort of took his things on the side there. Okay. Hold on again. hear me yet. Sorry about that again, guys. That was my pastor from my church that I was going to a few years ago before COVID, or one of the pastors. He just heard and he was calling to give me some words of encouragement and pray with me. So, I take you read all this, John, from JR, or most of it, or did you read it?
Ah, I did not know.
Okay.
No, I'm on the Discord. I'm not actually on the YouTube right now.
Okay, no problem. The Emperor, I read that. The Emperor of German and King of Prussia, Kaiser Wilhelm II. This is Kaiser Wilhelm first. Yeah, I showed Kaiser Wilhelm II before this. They were only 3 Kaisers between the forming of the German Empire in 1866 and the abolishment in 1918. Kaiser Wilhelm I, Kaiser Alexander, who was only on the throne about 9 months and died of cancer. Then Kaiser Wilhelm II, who was in the 1920s and 30s blamed for the Great War. Google Prussian Life Guard Hussars, Hussars, for the world's coolest
Hussars.
Hussars, for the coolest
Hussars, yeah.
uniforms. My audio from you.
Yeah, they have excellent uniforms. They look fantastic. Wilhelm himself looked really cool, but
Yeah, I'll read the rest of his stuff in there in a sec. So here's, I think, the second guy again. And then I guess somebody from their Navy or whatever. I'm not sure who he is. Doesn't say. This is Friedrich Wilhelm the Sixth. No, 4th of Prussia, 1847. And this is Friedrich Wilhelm III, Koring von Prugging. I have no idea. Here's another one. I didn't really take anything from this, but so video there. Hey, Sketchbook, what's up? I'm back. We are just going over some Prussia stuff. Not Russia, but Prussia. Maybe I can hear. Yeah, your audio, my audio from you is completely static. Is that just me? I'm having trouble with TELUS internet. I just installed. I restarted. Maybe I can hear you now. Yeah, well, I don't think it's picking it up, but, and you guys can tell me, but John does have a fan on, but, or air conditioner or whatever. It's not picking it up because I put a filter on just when John speaks, so I can't say about staticky or whatever. I just got your audio back when you mentioned your pastor. Ah, okay. His name is pronounced Kaiser Wilhelm. Wilhelm, yes, Wilhelm II. Kaiser Wilhelm liked to dress up in his uniform and of his honorary rank as Admiral of the Blue in the British Royal Navy. Sketchbook says, "What's up? I'm back." JR says the 3 royal cousins, all grandsons of Queen Victoria, King George the Fifth, Kaiser Wilhelm II, Caesar, not Caesar. I know how to pronounce
Kaiser.
Kaiser Nicholas of Russia all looked alike and wore uniforms of each other's armies and navies. Ah,
I'm pretty sure though that it's actually pronounced Kaiser, right? Like Caesar is pronounced Kaiser.
yeah, yeah. I think it's Kaiser, like a Kaiser bun. I could be wrong.
Hmm.
Well, no. Well, there's no. There was this other one. There was the Kaisers, but then there was the CZAR praying for you, Rick. Thanks. Good night, Spoon. I guess you've heard.
Oh yeah, you were waiting for Goodnight Spoon to show up, huh?
Yeah. Well, last night he didn't show up. Well, yeah. Today, you know. Yes. German. German is pronounced like you are pronouncing it the Russian version of emperor. So it is pronounced Tsar. Yeah, Tsar. Contextually, I'm aware. Yes. So you're aware that my mother has died as of yesterday evening. I wasn't sure whether you're going to show up to this stream. I think half another reason I did it too, this stream, because I did end up doing my stream last night. It was just like at midnight through 3. Just a little bit late. So hopefully next week I will be back to drawing. I don't know. Not too bad. Haven't slept in like over 24 hours. Sort of to be expected, I guess. I tried, but hey, it didn't take. I was half falling asleep a couple times on this stream. But not now, and probably be going for. But I said I was gonna try and make it to 1. That's when I was really falling asleep. Now we're almost at 2, so I probably will end there. I must have just missed. I stopped checking around midnight. Although I think somewhere before midnight, I did put in the chat of it that she had died. So maybe you saw that. I forget exactly when I went live. Hey, Chris, your mic is low. We are watching on the TV, but I'm also on phone to hear you. Is this how you're getting views? Maybe. Although I don't think last night's stream did super good for views. Oh yeah, I got 39 last night, according to this. For the Dark Thursday. Oh no, it's up to 54 with 8 likes. For the Dark Thursday.
It's so awkward. It's so awkward. Somebody posts something tragic, and then you're like, "Do I thumbs up this tragedy? What do I do?
Yeah.
Do I put an emoji that says LOL? What the hell do I do?"
Oh, now you have 2 viewers from this. Laugh out loud. Oh. Oh, that's what you mean. I don't know what this one has. No, I didn't see that. I saw condolences from Shadowhawk, and then I started looking for context, and I saw you did stream last night, and I skimmed it to find out what was happening. Harding is weird too, says Chris. Yeah, well, there was. Well, I don't know whether because I said it before I actually started. There was I don't know what where or if it was there because I saw you, Aqua, and somebody else, maybe Jr. make a post about, or was it Timothy, about the stream not going on, like you were guys were wondering why I wasn't streaming. And then of course I did do a short too, a small short explaining what at about that I put up at about quarter two. It took me a little bit to figure out how to upload from my phone. That was the biggest part of that. Good night, Spoon, says Timothy. And although my short wasn't meant to be a short, it just, I think it was. So, for the most part, I'm doing okay. I think all the rigmarole that I have to do is helping me stay a little sane. Like, this morning, I brought her her pills and all that back to the pharmacist and all that because I heard you're supposed to do that. Um, and which is also her doctor's office. I let them know. I went and got her bus pass, which she had lost on Tuesday. Hey, Diana. Um, yeah, I'm comfortable talking about it. Ask any question. I've been talking about it yesterday, today. Um, um, like I said, went got her bus pass, her ID that she had lost on Tuesday from the bus station. And then I went to the bank to try and find out whether she had any sort of insurance because I knew she had like accidental insurance, which um I just wasn't sure whether she had anything beyond that, and the bank wouldn't tell me anything because I didn't have a death certificate. It's like, really? So, but the funeral home that I sent her to last night called this morning, gave me a number to contact for helping get the city to pay for the burial and all that. So I've started that process. I'm just waiting for a phone call from the funeral home now. Do you know what happened? Best there's not going to be an autopsy or anything. But best guess is um basically complications with her diabetes, for lack of a better way of saying it. I know Wednesday she was fine, but Wednesday night, Thursday morning, she was vomiting and throwing up all throughout the night. Apparently, she told me, on Thursday, once I was up, and she was going back and forth to the washroom a lot on um, Thursday as well, and she was not drinking much or eating, and she had very little to eat, like in like over 24 hours. Um, So yeah, I found her collapsed in the washroom thing, doorway. I got her to her bed. Well, uh, Chris and Diana know a little bit about this. Um, because I asked for prayer from them at this point. I got her in her bed. She was responsive, like she could answer questions and all that. So I was thinking, more tiredness and all that. I checked on her once. She was still responsive. And when I went to check on her a second time, she was not responsive. At which point I called 911. They came, the paramedics and that, and they were unable to revive her after working on her for, I think, 20 minutes, half an hour. My time might be off on that because, like at that point, I was with it but not with it. Is there anyone to help you with all these things? Somewhat, yes. The major thing is I've got to make. I'm the one that's got to make the decisions. I'm next of kin. Only son and all that. So there's nobody else to make the decisions. I have a bunch of people. Sort of that are there to be supportive and encouraging and all that sort of stuff. I guess is the best way to say it. When I really start doing some stuff in the apartment, I'm sure some of them can be here to help. Because obviously she was, for lack of a better way of saying it, my source of income. So I'm going to have to move. Yeah, I know, but is there someone to support you? How do you mean? I guess, Diana.
It's talking about what we were talking about yesterday. Somebody to be there to field phone calls, be there so you can sleep, so that you don't have to be staying awake waiting for a phone call, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Help, meal prep.
Oh, I don't need any help with meal prep. I'm good that way. I'll just put something in the microwave and nuke it. 5 minutes, it's done. That's what I did
Well,
before.
never mind.
That's what I'll continue doing. um, but well, as some seen last night, my friend Dave was here for a bit. Like he might come over again.
How is Dave doing?
He seems to be doing fairly good. Probably a little bit better than me. Wasn't him, but his mom, right? But as I think a lot of he was.
Well, I know, considering how much your mom hated Dave.
My mom did not hate Dave, but but Dave really, really liked her. She just wasn't interested in him in that way.
Oh, that Dave. Always eating up all the pizza.
Yes, I'm happy about that you have help. Well, thank you. Yeah, the biggest part right now, of course, is getting the funeral arrangements made, and a lot of those things. Nobody else can make those decisions but me, because like I'm. God bless your mom. Says Diana. Is that Diana or Chris with the Hero Shack one? I know Chris was here under his own. Do you have any leads on a place to go? No. Well, I probably, if I had to, I probably could move in with my dad. I am probably gonna have to try and get a job. Like that stuff's all up in the air. I've got a minimum of 2 months here where I am. I've got some money in the bank, thanks to somebody that'll offer me some money. I can pay for a few months here if I need to. Uh, so is Manny. So is Manny. Hero Shack Diana. The little I know of her, she was amazing. It's me, Diana. I thought so. I could get you a job, get you a very average job. Yeah. Um, and I might take that. It would be self employment, so it can be very, very good with taxes. uh, oh, that's good, I guess. But what was I gonna say? It just requires stable internet connection with a landline to modem on a hard phone line. Well, I do not have a hard phone line anymore. Or, well, a landline to my modem. You work from home starting at $15 an hour. No taxes, no benefits, a contract. Oh, no, no benefit. A contract, not no contract. My bad. So yeah, that way, um, but yeah, I was saying, I'm taking it sort of one step at a time. Right now, it's getting the funeral arranged and that because that's the biggest priority at the moment. Second is packing the place up slash finding out where I'm going or what I'm doing. You can save a lot of money working at home. No costs for work clothes, no cost for car or bus transportation. Yeah, for sure. Um, what am I thinking now? When is the service? That is not completely picked out. I'm hoping it's going to be somewhere between Wednesday and Friday. Um, um, like I said, I've contacted the people I need to. I'm waiting to hear back from the funeral home to go and sign some papers and make all those arrangements. My dad's wanting to come with me to make sure he doesn't sucker me into buying something that I don't need to buy, which I don't think the guy will. But he seemed very earnest, I think is the right word on the phone when I was talking to him. So I'm probably going to end up having that appointment tomorrow, sometime afternoon, if I get that call today. Maybe if I don't get a call by 4 or 5, I might give him a call, see what's going on to make that appointment. Funeral homes in Ontario are a scam. Don't let them talk you into a 40. Oh no, I wouldn't do that. I don't have $40,000. So that won't be happening that way for sure. And going through the city, they just do the basics. You know, a viewing, probably the day of the funeral service, in the chapel, and then graveside in, you know, a decent, not, you know, like a cardboard box and anything like that, but, you know, a decent wood box. Yeah, yeah, they will. Yes, they will. Funeral home directors are millionaires and very manipulative. Yeah, oh, I don't doubt they can be. But the guy knows I don't have any money, so, and that, you know, I'm getting the city to pay for it, so, or trying to get the city to pay for it, you know. So, you know, like he knows there's nothing to trying to get that. And I am planning on taping the service for you guys, and I'm gonna put it up on my channel. I might probably do it as a premiere. Although I'm not sure whether I'm gonna want to be in the chat for that one. Watching all that again.
I don't know. You know, that'd be nice, but don't make it a priority.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget, reminder that past 2 o'clock now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I probably should end. I've been on here 2 hours or just over 2 hours. That's normally my time. I want to go, but I don't. You know, obviously I'm a bit tired, but I don't want to go to sleep because of phone. I don't know. Rick, you should try and lay down, close your eyes for a bit. Like I said, I'm gonna probably try and stay up to 6, maybe 7 the latest, and then I'll crash. Well, hopefully I'll crash. I tried. I did try that in the middle of the night a couple times. Just rest, don't sleep. Oh, if I lay down and try to rest, I will end up sleeping. I'm probably worse for that than Chris, or can be. Stream yourself sleeping. Just lean back and go. I thought of that. And then we have Dillard yell at me. The phone's ringing. Wake up! The oh. Well, I must say, Rick, you could Vira, viral. I'm not sure what you mean, Diana. Do it. Get comfy here, and we will watch you sleep. Well, I was sort of falling asleep just before 1 on here. I was like, I think Dillard was talking to.
Hey, I don't put people to sleep.
Well, it wasn't you putting me to sleep. It was just me, um, being very tired.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
But, well, A couple
All right, this
calls.
this page is finished. You want to see it?
Sure, can we show it to people?
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me share it. Discord.
window capture. On air. Okay. Hey, Tank. And anybody that wants to pop on, on the on air, feel free. Let's see. Let's get me down. Let's get Discord up. I'm in the on air thing in my Discord. There's the word Discord. I'll think of it eventually. Okay, so there we go. You're up there, Dillard, for people to see.
All right. So we got the lady here getting visited by her general, her captain, having a little conversation, and then this is the part that took me a long time. All this mech getting worked on, this Nazi mech.
Oh, it is a Russian mech.
No, it's not Russian.
Oh,
It's
I guess
German.
German.
From Germany.
Tank says page looks great.
Thank you.
Yes, I will second that. And third it, and fourth it, and fifth it, and sixth it, and seventh it, and eighth it, and ninth it. And
Now we got a nice establishing shot of what these mechs kind of look like and how they work. So now I can get back to doing nice tight panels of just faces and conversation. Nice, easy, relaxing panels. Not these stress-filled panels.
So they look great, Dillard.
Thank you.
JR says, "Oh wow, fantastic art."
He's just the mechanic.
And Dillard is penciling Snowdrift 2. JR says, "Is that on a battleship or where is that scene?"
No, it's in the they've taken over like a factory in southern France. It's like a headquarters shot because the main action is happening in northern Africa. So these mechs can actually fly. Like if you look at the side here, they have little rockets on the sides of their legs, so they can actually fly. So they're going to be suiting up and heading out to go reinforce. Our hero has decimated the local German forces, so this is the this troop. There's going to be a troop of about 10 mechs, and they're going to go and reinforce what's happening over there. Put a hurting on them, you know.
Cool.
That's it.
Awesome.
That's all.
Awesome as a possum. And we're back to my ugly mug.
Well, I can't do anything about that.
This is true.
Didn't tell you to go take a shave.
Yeah, I probably actually will do that in the next week for the funeral.
So where's Dave at right now? He never came back?
He called earlier. I said it was up to him whether he wanted to come back over and all that, you know.
Where I thought Dave lived in your building.
No. He lives about a 20-minute walk away from us.
Oh.
I've known Dave for about 30 years, maybe a little bit more. 35?
A long time.
Yes. And it's been a long, long time getting from here to there. Well, seeing as how things have slowed down in the chat, and I do seem to be nodding off, I think I might end it here at 21 after 2. Although, get myself something to drink and get myself something to eat because I've had a little bit to drink today. I have yet to have anything to eat. And speaking of Dave, hey Dave, good. Uh, yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, yeah. Well, Dave, I've doing good. You know, I'm gonna get something to eat here, and probably probably at about 6 or 7, I'm gonna try and get some sleep. I'm just trying to wait for the guy from the funeral home to call me back, and if he doesn't call soon, I might call him. Yeah. So, awesome. Just make sure you go pay your rent. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah. Uh, yeah. 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 Like I said, I'm gonna be good. I'm technically streaming right now. I was actually about to quit that, but I'm getting lots of support from them, lots of support from pastors and friends. My friend Sue Edwards called me. My friend Sue Perrins called me. The one of the pastors from the Glad Tidings Church called me. So Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna be good. Like I said, I'm just gonna make it through a few hours here, and then I'm probably gonna try and go to sleep, and hopefully I do, and then I probably won't be up till tomorrow morning. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Same too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, for sure. Okay. You're welcome. Bye. Okay. I'm back to say goodbye. There I go. Sleep, says Chris. And Hero Shack, he looks, Diana says he looks like he might fall asleep. Laugh out loud. Well, I was on the phone. I don't think I was going to fall asleep while on the phone, but, so yeah, with that, I will bid everybody adieu to, I don't know when. Well, I'm gonna be on Mike's stream tonight. Mike Walters for the comic retrospectives. Ah, crap! I can't fall asleep till after that. So,
You can fall asleep whenever you want, Rick. You have the best excuse in the world.
yeah. Well, I told the guy that I was gonna be on, so I don't want to
Yeah,
bring up my
but you
problem.
can fall asleep whenever you want because you have the best excuse in the world.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been up over 24 hours, right?
No! Your mother died. That's the excuse. God, everything else doesn't matter. Be quiet. Don't tell me nothing.
Okay. Get a sub. Yeah. Yeah. I'll get something to eat. I got food. Dave actually bought me a sub exact last night. Diana says exactly. So, yeah. Thanks everybody in the chat for stopping by. Dillard, thanks also for stopping by on the panel. And thanks says Dillard's right. Diana says, laugh out loud. Oh my god, Rick. Chris says he'll volunteer. I meant for the mic stand. Well, I know
Thanks
Mike
for
will
having
be
me
on.
on, Rick. I'll see. Oh,
Okay, later.
go ahead.
And later all. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Catch you hopefully on the mic stand later.